What is going on, my friends, and welcome back. In previous video, we were talking about this roof, the possibility of going to a carbon fiber roof as well. And I said I was going to look into it, and I did. And no, we're not doing that. We're going to save about $2,000 and fix this rusty roof ourselves instead of buying the carbon roof. So I already started getting to work on isolating all the rust spots so we can get to work on sanding it down and body filling it. So here is the current status of our roof. So this one we did yesterday, that one we did yesterday. The rest of them I've been taking my time and finding over the course of this morning. There's still a couple here and there that I want to grind out, so we're going to get to that. And I'm pretty much just going to hit this whole hood with the DA, and then we're going to body fill everything and prime everything so that there's no reason for rust anymore. As you can see, like right here, there's quite a lot of little rust spots that will come up. So do our best to get all of these sanded out, make sure there's no rust, and then we'll get to work body filling and priming all of these holes. This roof looks like it has hail damage with how much work I've done on this so far. We're going to start finding all these spots and getting them sanded out. The roof is not as horrible as I thought it was. There is everything sanded down. So now we just need to go ahead, get this whole thing cleaned up, and then we can start working on all the body filler like we did everywhere else on the car. I think this is going to turn out really nice. We just have to make sure to do a good job because the roof is also a pretty solid looking point on the car. If you don't do the roof right, then kind of makes everything else look bad. So thankfully, none of the rust was bad enough to be super spread and bubbly, so it was just like little spots, so that's not too bad. So now we can go ahead and get all this filled in to make it look decent again. As you just saw, I'm pretty sure I got every single one of the rust spots that was in there completely sanded down to bare metal, and I got everything filled. We're gonna give that probably about 30 minutes just to make sure everything's completely dry, and then we're gonna go on a sanding frenzy. And I also found one on the trunk. Thankfully there's only one, and then one on the C-pillar. As I said, I'm pretty sure we got this thing as close to 100% rust free as we can. So underside is good, the roof is now good, everything's good. So sanding frenzy in about 30 minutes, and then we can go ahead and get everything primed and ready for wrap. As you saw, we just got the whole roof blocked out. It is smooth as glass now. It may look like kind of crap right now, but it is so perfectly flat and smooth. So that's what we need, because we're gonna wrap everything. So that should be all body work now complete on this car. Everything looks great. We now need to get this thing primed so we can cover up all this bare metal and make sure nothing corrodes and gets all crazy again. So off camera, I did a little half-ass masking job. Got all the spots that I need masked off and everything open that needs primer. I know this isn't the correct way to do this, but I'm going to be using some U-POL filler primer out of a rattle can. I didn't feel like getting my paint gun dirty, and I already had this laying around from a previous job. So what we're going to do is we already have everything scuffed up pretty much, so we need to get this filler primer on there so we can make sure that everything is covered up and protected from corrosion. So let's spray this out. It says to wait 30 minutes before sanding so the primer can shrink up and dry out. We're going to do 2 coats, pretty light both times, so it covers everything up. We'll see if we need to do anything further. So let's get this guy sprayed out. I know it's a little dark, but what you're going to want to do with this bumper is everywhere that's shiny that you're going to be priming, you're going to want to make it not shiny with some Scotch-Brite. I use purple Scotch-Brite. You can use gray, red, whatever fits your fancy. I just like purple the best, but we're going to hit this with some adhesion promoter just so that the primer has, obviously we scuffed it down so it has mechanical adhesion, but we want to just make sure. So we're going to use adhesion promoter just so it doesn't flake and peel, just so we don't have any issues. Now it's just going to be the same process for the rest of the car that we just did. It's going to hit all the spots that we body filled. Well, as you can see, our repair looks good. Our license plate delete looks perfect. All the other cracks, scrapes, and all that is filled in. And the rest of the car is in primer. So we need to go ahead and get this unmasked so we can go ahead and sand all this primer down, make it level, and it'll be ready to go. Looking at all the body lines and stuff, you see a lot of the body lines look really good. These look really well. This one up here looks great. Pretty much everywhere that there was body filler, there was a body line. So a lot of work cut out for me there, but we got it handled. It looks great. So let's go ahead and get this masking peeled off while the bumper dries, and we can go ahead and admire our work. With the plastic off it, it looks like a jigsaw puzzle. That's kind of cool. But roof's done, all that's done. A little bit on the trunk, C-pillar, this door. I'm gonna throw up the camera for a time lapse because now this is all dry. I'm gonna block it out at 600 grit, and then we're gonna move to probably 800, and then get rid of all these hard tape lines by blocking out this car. So it seems that the sanding never stops. We just got everything sanded down fully and then everything wiped off with wax and grease remover. I got the bumper fully prepped out there. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Trunk's good, hood's good, other side of the car is good, and the C-pillar is good to go. That was the last massive part before we can get to wrap. I didn't want this thing looking like crap before going into wrap, because if you have a crappy car, when you go to wrap it, it's going to turn out like crap. So as you've been following along, definitely took my time, and I have to say everything turned out really well. It's definitely not as pretty as it was before. I guess they say you have to get ugly before you can get pretty again. I don't think they say that, but I say that now. Doing all of this like prep work really makes me want to respray the car instead of wrap the car. Number one, I don't have the budget for paint right now, and I also live in a community, and spraying my car outside, given that I am on an acre of land, I don't want to gas them out with all of the paint and clear coat and all that. So wrap is our next best option, but all of this work that we just did to this car is pretty much the same process that you would do for painting as well. You will get a clean result if you take your time and do the prep work properly, like we did here. So I said in my previous video that we have some more powder coating to do. We're going to get to that in next video. Next video is going to be phenomenal because the tune finally came in for the car. Ready to get it flashed on and get this thing out of the garage for the first time. Give it a bath so we can go ahead and prepare for wrap. But next video is going to be the first drive of this car, and I'm stoked. This car has been sitting in here for probably since March, sitting in here getting built piece by piece, and just working with the time that I had. I think this is where I'm going to wrap up the video. It's been a long day's work doing this, and it turned out awesome, so I'm going to quit while I'm ahead right now. But I'm going to end off the video by saying, if I can do this, honestly and seriously, you can do this too. This is my first time ever doing any sort of body work or prep work like this, and it turned out awesome. So do your research, take your time, and I hope this video helped you out, at least with something. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video right here. I appreciate every single one of you sticking around and watching to the end. It means the world to me. We have some awesome things coming. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.